It's you and me, no place I'd rather be. Ding dong, hello, let's make this house a home.
Welcome to Spencer and Sarah's house.
Hello.
Whoop whoop. We're back with another ramble-sode.
Yeah, I like these.
Yeah, just trying it out. Seeing how it goes.
Let the ramble take us wherever we're rambling to.
Hell yeah. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I miss coffee a lot. And I really want a pastry, but other than that, I'm doing okay.
That's fair. Are you like replacing coffee with anything? Are you having tea or anything? Matcha?
No, I went straight water. I've really only had water for like the last week. I'm so hydrated.
Wow.
Honestly, my skin looks a lot better because of it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. What was the choice to not have coffee anymore?
Well, when I was having the stomach issues, I was like, caffeine's not going to help, so I'll just stop that until I feel better. But then I felt like it was making the cramping feel better immediately, so I was like, oh no. Like, but then Brewer pointed something out. He's like, have you been eating with the coffee? And I was like, no. I just grab it and go. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm really hoping it's just like a stomach bug I'm getting over.
Yeah.
But it was starting to worry me because it's been like intermittent since Valentine's Day. So I was like, it's been 3 weeks. This is not okay. Something's not right. So then that's why I was like, maybe I'm getting an allergy to dairy or something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or stress, because I had like a conversation this week that I was like not really wanting to have, and it was like out of nowhere. But after I had it, my stomach felt instantly better. Like not 100%, but significantly better. And I was like, And like it would feel better when I would actually eat food. Like, non-discriminatorily. Like, I was like, maybe I'm just not eating enough and I'm stressed. So my guts are like, what do we do? And then when I would eat and my body would be full, it'd be like, ah, yes, something to do.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, other than that, I'm okay.
Nice.
How about you?
I'm good. Yeah, just I finished your crocheted items, so I'll be sending those out this week.
No way.
Yeah, I've just been crocheting my heart out, which has been nice.
Thank you so much. I can't wait. Can I see them?
Yes.
Is that okay? Or do you want it to be a surprise?
No. I can show it. These are your little fingerless gloves.
I love that color green.
It's
like
nice.
Emerald City.
It is. And then this is the balaclava.
Yeah, I love it.
And like you can wear it, so you can wear it 2 different ways. So you can put your head straight in, so it comes through this way.
Like a hoodie, yeah.
Yeah, or you can. Okay, so what you do is you have this bit and the hood. So right now the hood's upside down, and you pull the hood like inside out and up. There's no delicate way to do this, but you like.
Oh, so it's like the neck part is now like a turtleneck and can go over your face. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. And then you do it, or you can do like that.
Love that. Very excited.
Yeah. So you got options with that.
Colors.
Yeah.
I'm purple.
Sad that the pink ran out, and I was like, I don't have a color to replace it with.
That's okay. It almost acts like trim, like around the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I should have done like blue, purple, and pink. Then I could have had the bicolors.
Whoa.
I didn't even think about that. But then also I'd be making you crochet me something with 3 colors, and I feel like that's a lot of work.
That's okay. No, that's cute though. It's like almost, it's like almost there. So close.
I love it. Just
Yeah,
put like a
that's
little
good.
blue star on there somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. Hell yeah.
hmm
What else is going on, Sarah?
I've been reading a lot.
Hmm.
I just finished a series and started a new one by the same author. It's called Kingdom of the Wicked, which is
Okay.
all about, I don't know if I've shared this with you yet. It's all about so the story about the Kingdom of the Wicked series is a witch in Italy is like trying to solve a murder, and she accidentally summons a prince of hell, and that is Wrath. So there's 7 princes of hell which align with the 7 deadly sins, and she summons
Love
Wrath.
that.
And so he's like kind of like they're working together to solve this murder. And that's 3 books. I really loved the story and the world. I think like the writing itself was like kind of rough for me. Like there was like
Hmm.
the structure of it, like sometimes there would be a break in it to be like, we've moved locations. Other times it wouldn't. You'd go from one paragraph being like, I need to go to this restaurant. I'm at this restaurant. All of a sudden I'm like, wait. And there's like no like break in the page. And I'm like, we're here. I'm like, I was getting whiplash. Or like just like the geographical placement of someone's body didn't always make sense with the way it was described. But I really liked the story. So like it was things I could forgive, but it was like as like someone who's writing a novel, it was like nice to read, to be like, oh, this is a good story. Even though I have critiques on it, I still enjoyed it and finished it. So that was like nice. And so now I'm starting it's a new series. I'm only like 4 chapters in, called Throne of the Fallen, which is in the same world as the previous series, but it's following a different sin. So it's following envy this time. And this takes place after that first series. So I'm like, ooh, this is very interesting.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That's
I'm enjoying
exciting.
it. It's just a really cool world. And like the Kingdom of the Wicked series was like just very like there was like nice like themes that went along with it with the main character. Like I love books, like even though they're like fantasy and romance, I like books that have that like theme that I can kind of hold on to be like, this is what this book is about, of like, or like there's like moments of like freedom and like letting go of self-judgment and like all this other like embracing who you are and all that stuff. Like I love that shit. So the books have had it, and it's like, this is good.
Nice. I'm like starting to get into audiobooks after I said I wasn't an audiobook girly. I know.
Yeah.
I think it's because I started with a nonfiction book and I was just like, like I'm having a hard time retaining this information. Then I read, I listened to Yellowface by R.F. Kuang,
Yeah.
and it was so good. Like the narrator was really good, and like the story was pretty good too. It was really interesting, and like by the end I really just hated the protagonist. I was like, she sucks. But like
Whoa.
I think that was the point. And
Okay.
so yeah, it was good. So now I'm reading another series. Like Yellowface was just like a 1 book thing, but the author wrote this series called The Poppy Wars. So now
Tell
I've
me how
started.
that is. It's on my
Okay, I'm not
list.
that far into it, but I started listening to the audiobook, and the audiobook is pretty good. Um, it's interesting. It's like a weird, like alternate version of, I don't even know if it's an alternate version of our reality or if this like country is made up, but it's sort of like set the same way where it's like there's different providences, and each one is like there's a certain like wealth that's related to it, like how wealthy of a province it is and stuff like that. But you follow this girl, and she's like young. She's like a teenager. I think she's like 16, and they're gonna like marry her off to some old dude, and she's like, no, let me take this like test. Like it's like a 12-hour exam. I think it's all written and stuff like that, and like you can test into like different schools or whatever. So she like does so well. She tests into like the top military academy school to escape the marriage. And so now she's like there and like starting to train and stuff. But it's like she's coming from like one of the poorer provinces, and like her appearance is not like the standard beauty appearance, so everyone makes fun of her and shit like that. It's pretty good. Yeah, it kind of feels like a little bit of like Hunger Games and Fourth Wing and like all of that kind of put together. So yeah, I'm excited for it to become its own thing, because right now it's kind of like that standard formula a little bit.
Yes. Yeah.
And some of the elements are kind of reminding me of oh my God, what is that book I read? Oh shit, hold on. There was another book I read. It was like it was like reading a mecha anime. Oh my God, what the hell is it called? Iron Widow.
Oh.
Which I also recommend highly. It's so good. That one's about like a world where aliens are like constantly invading the planet, and they're like robotic in nature, and humans were able to like reverse engineer the robotics and make their own giant like robots powered by humans to fight back. And like the whole idea of it is like it has to be a man and a woman pilot, and they get like neurologically linked, and usually the male pilot's power like dominates the females, and she usually dies every time they're in the robot together.
Well,
and so it's like a constant like just get me a new woman to be in the pilot with me kind of deal. Like it's very like throwaway sort of deal. And the main character's sister died that way, so she decides to like get matched up with that pilot and kill him as revenge. But it just never happened before. And not only does she kill him, she like overtakes and starts to control the robot like by herself somehow. And so they're like, what the fuck is this? Like, you can't do this. But instead of killing her, they're like, okay, we're going to pair you with like the worst pilot ever, and he'll just take you out. And it like kind of turns from there. But anyway, it's really good. But yeah, so like all those stories it's kind of like, that's what the Poppy War feels like right now. It's kind of like all these elements are kind of very similar, but it's still like interesting. So I'm excited for it to go its own direction. And yeah.
Hell yeah. Do you prefer first person narratives or third person narratives?
I think third person.
Oh, okay.
I don't like seeing the I said. I don't like it.
That's interesting. I think I prefer first person, but like it always, whenever it's third person, it takes, like, I don't mind it. It just takes me a second to get into it. Whereas like when it's I can like slip right into the, okay, I follow. But then when it's like third person, I'm like, who? What? Who is this?
You know, for me, it's opposite. When it's third person, I'm like, I'm reading a story. Like it feels that way, and I can just kind of, you know. But first person, I feel like it takes me a minute, you know, because I feel like I'm so often being like my perspective, and I'm not being like, this is someone else's. Whereas third person, it's easier, you know. I think that's why I had so many issues with ACOTAR, because I was like, but my perspective of this is that this is like, why are you doing this? When I'm like, this isn't, like, it's not me, you know.
I see.
Yeah, I forget that sometimes when I'm watching like TV too. Like I'm watching The Traitors right now, and I'm like, why are they being so dumb? And I'm like, it's because I have information they don't. Like, you know?
Yeah. That's fair. I feel like my mind is too easily influenced, so like I prefer the eyes, because I could be like, yes, just tell me what I believe. Yes, tell me what I should feel. And I'm like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I have a totally different experience. Sorry, the cat's here.
Hey, cat.
Yes. Yeah, that's funny. And it's interesting, like in the audiobooks I've listened to, like I think Yellowface was in first person and Poppy Wars is in third. But like I like them both a lot.
Nice.
There's something about like the audiobook where I'm like, it's like I'm just listening to a play.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So good. Yeah, I've started walking to work every day, so I just like listen to audiobooks.
Nice. How far is the walk?
It's only a mile, like 1.3 miles, but it takes me 30 minutes to walk.
Okay. Yeah, that's not bad.
So it's like an hour of walking every day, which is nice, because I just am like having a hard time getting exercise in. So it's nice to be able to feel like I'm doing something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Look at me go.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I've had to like stop. I've like lessened my time going to the gym because now that like I'm like full focused on my show, I like don't have time to be like go to work, go to the gym, come home, have dinner, and also do the show. I'm like I need to like just go home and like have dinner and do the show.
Yeah.
Which is like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I feel like there was something I was thinking about this week I wanted to bring up to you. And now I can't remember it. It's starting right now.
That's how I'm feeling too. I feel like I had so many topics that I was like, oh great, we'll have so many things to talk about, and I didn't write them down.
Yeah.
Like a fool.
Yeah. Sort of on the severance thing we talked about last time, because we were talking about like the file names and meanings. I went down like a conspiracies rabbit hole a little bit, because there's a file Irving's working on called Montauk, and somebody I follow on social media was like, this is a conspiracy theory about like a mind control thing in New York, and I was like, what? And I went down a very deep rabbit hole about conspiracy theories.
That's funny. That's near where my family lives in New York. So I know Montauk.
Are they a part of a mind control facility?
Not that I'm aware of. It would make a lot of sense.
Oh my God. Does that mean they know about the Montauk Monster? Were they there for that?
I have no idea. What is that?
That was another conspiracy.
So much is happening in Montauk.
Montauk's a hotspot, yeah. It was like a weird animal carcass that like washed up on the shore, and people were like, they thought it was like, scientists were like, this is either like a hoax or this is like a raccoon or dog that has like died and been in the water too long. But everyone was like, no, like this is like something bad and blah blah blah. And I was like, ugh, the photo is so scary.
Oh God.
It's gross. I don't like it.
Yuck.
Do you have like a conspiracy theory that makes you laugh?
I have one that I've made my own, like I've made up my own conspiracy theory that I feel pretty strongly about. I think it's highly plausible that like cranes are UFOs, and like that's like in disguise. So I feel like cranes just kind of pop up in cities out of nowhere.
Cranes the birds?
No, cranes like the machine.
Okay.
Machine construction cranes. I feel like they pop up in cities, and I never see them moved away. They're just there. And so for me, I'm like, no one would question if a crane just showed up somewhere. They'd just be like, yeah, there's construction. And I think those would be perfect for aliens.
Oh my God. I love that.
Yeah. Thanks. What about you?
I don't know. I really don't believe in any, to be honest, but I feel like I'm deeply affected by them anyway. Or like even really like horror movies in general. Like I walked by a curb the other day that didn't have the grate by the sewer. It was just open, and I was like Pennywise, and I gave it a very wide berth. Yes.
There was a house where I used to live a few houses back in London. There was this woman that on my way to the train station who like was just kind of like scary. Like she'd be like outside like doing like saying prayers while doing something like weird outside. I don't remember what she was doing, but she was like chanting to herself while doing things. And then like I'd see like where she lived, and like the blinds would be kind of broken. The rooms are empty. The like painting is ripped from the walls, and I was like, I don't know who this lady is. And like she would just like sometimes just like appear like standing at the window, and it'd be so scary. I'd be like so scared. Anytime I walked by the house at night, I'd be like, I can't look at this house because I'm so scared.
Maybe she wasn't real.
I honestly sometimes I wonder that, because I'm like, it really scares me. Or there's like there was one time where like that room, there'd be nothing in there but a TV, and the TV was like on with like the screen was on. It was like on a box, and it was just like I was like, this is like a scene in a horror film. It was really freaking me out. I was like, I can't.
No, absolutely not. I believe in stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Spooky.
Yeah, very scary.
Do you like haunted houses?
No. Absolutely not.
I'll go in a group. It's fun.
I can't. I think I've talked about this. The most recent thing that has felt haunted house like was that show Viola's Room, where we were walking around in this like it'd be like sheets that would like guide you, and like you have to follow this light, and sheets were the walls, so like you couldn't really know where you were going. And I like tried to stay in the middle of the pack, so I was like, I absolutely would not be the last person, but I also don't want to be the first person, so I tried to like really stay in the middle. And luckily everyone in my group was like kind enough to kind of just let me do what I need to do. I was like, I can't. Yeah, I was like, I can't do this. It was so stressful.
Ugh. I realized recently, I just hit my mic. I realized recently, I think like the biggest draw for me to go places or do things is like food. Like what food is going to be there. Like, yeah. I don't think I always go caring about entertainment. Like, it's nice if it's there, but I'm usually like, what kind of food am I going to have access to? Like, that's like the huge selling point for me.
I love that. That for me, it's hard for me to get myself out of my house.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go to a light show yesterday. Like Nottingham does like a yearly lights festival, and I was like, Robin, we should go to this. Like this will be really cute to go to. And then by the time it was time, I was like, I don't want to go. I don't want to leave the house. So we didn't.
Hell yeah.
Spencer and Sarah's House can be listened to on all podcast streaming platforms as well as watched on YouTube. You can find Spencer and Sarah on Instagram and TikTok at @SASHousepod, S-A-S Housepod. For bonus content like our Book Corner episodes, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/SASHousepod. Thanks for listening and supporting us. Now back to the episode.
Yeah, I was thinking recently, there was something you and I used to go to or like do. I can't remember where, but they would serve like cheesy tater tots. And I can't for the life of me remember if it was a restaurant, if it was a festival, was it in our college town, was it in Chicago?
Oh God.
You know what I'm talking about though? It was like tater tots with like the nacho cheese, and it was so good. Like I was thinking, was it the calzone place we used to go to?
That would be the most likely. Yeah, Deepy Dough.
That's what it's called. I couldn't think of it.
I would believe that. I think that's actually exactly where it's from.
I miss Deepy Dough.
I miss it a lot. I did go there once after I'd graduated, and it wasn't the same. And I was like, now that I've graduated, I'm like, this isn't actually that good. But I do miss it. It was great.
It was so good. Yeah, I was thinking about the cheesy tater tots. It was just like, oh, it's been so long. And then what's the place we go to in Chicago? Cheesies?
Cheesies? Yeah.
Cheesies, yeah. I was just reminiscing, worrying about could I not eat cheese anymore, and being like, God, all these places, and I couldn't remember any of their names. I just remember the food.
Do you remember there was a brief stint where I was lactose intolerant for like 6 months?
You're not anymore.
No, I could eat cheese. Yeah, it was fine. I would have probiotics, so like I would like do a lot of kombucha, yogurt if you're into that. I'm not into yogurt, so I found my way around that. But I would try to find like probiotic drinks, and that like I think helped like my little gut biome, so that after a while I was able to kind of like introduce cheese back into my life. Yeah, that was a rough time though. I was actually really sad.
Yeah. I remember you used to pop a pill before every meal.
Yes. That was because there's too many like close calls. Like I've never have I ever thought as an adult that I'd be like praying for my life to be over just so I didn't shit my pants. Like to have to face the reality of there's a 90% chance I'm gonna shit my pants. Never thought. It happened way too many times. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
I never realized it was that bad. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it was bad. There was so many times where I was at a show and I had a cheeseburger beforehand and I sat through the whole show. I couldn't move. Like people clapping next to me was like moving my seat and I was like, I can't do that.
Oh my god.
What a time.
I'm so glad you're not going through that anymore. And that honestly makes me feel better because my issue has been like cramping. Like it feels like my stomach is like, but it's not like I'm having those types of problems. It's just like, it's like discomfort and pain.
I would get that. I would get that when at ISU, for some reason I was like, ooh, chicken and then just raw broccoli every day for lunch and dinner would be a great and healthy thing for me to do. And I kept eating raw broccoli all the time and it like apparently like my stomach can't digest raw foods very well, I've discovered, and that was like creating like this like terrible like pain in my stomach where I was like I'm like it feels like cramps and it really really hurts.
Yeah,
I get that with raw food.
interesting. I just can't think of what raw food would have been new to me though, or that I've been eating that consistently. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go get it checked out to be safe though. Because then sometimes it's like pain in my back and I'm like my kidneys are failing. Like I always go to like worst case scenario. I'm like, what could it be? Even though like I'm hydrated and I'm fine.
Yeah.
And, like everything's fine otherwise. So I'm like, what's the tea? I don't get it.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not a dairy allergy. That would be ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should do a probiotic. I called my mom about it recently because I was like, it's been a while. Should I be worried? And she's like, all my children have digestive issues. And I'm like, well, that's not our fault. I don't know what to tell you. Not to expose my siblings right now, but it's starting to get warm here. Like,
nice.
I mean, warmer than normal.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we've had like some nice days over here, but then it would like plummet and like drop and it'd be freezing again. So it's like we're very much like is it warm? Is it not? We don't know yet.
Yeah. Do you really get rain as often as it's depicted?
It's no, like there was in January there was a week of like no sunshine for like 2 weeks and I didn't realize that until like I was like dying of daylight. I was like, I need daylight so bad. I need the sun. But like normally it's like it's not like I think the weather here is like how I would describe it. Like in Chicago the weather changes so much, but it's like day to day. So it's like sunny one day, rain, and then sunny, then snow or whatever. Over here it's like it changes more like throughout the day. So you'd have like sunshine, raining for like 5 minutes, cloudiness, a little bit more sunshine, a little bit of rain, and like it's like just like there's more variety in the day of what the weather is.
Ooh, wow. So like Chicago was like a training ground for you.
Yeah, definitely.
That's so wild.
Yeah, like we don't have rain here that lasts days. It'll last like 5 minutes or like 20 minutes and then go away and then it might come back again. Like we don't like thunderstorms aren't a thing. I've heard thunder like twice in my whole time here.
Oh,
which I miss.
Thunder. Yeah. There was like I think it was like a little bit after the fires. We had a day where it was just like downpouring all day. And there was like it was just like some slight thunder, but like we opened the windows and like turned the lights off and it was just like so lovely.
That's nice.
Yeah. Miss those kind of days.
Mm-hmm.
I miss winter in Chicago.
I don't. That's one thing I definitely don't miss. Not at all.
Yeah, I don't miss having to drive in it, but like I miss when we would like turn our radiator on. We'd like get under the blankets and just like watch it snow outside. It was so nice.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Do you have any fun trips planned this year? And your birthday's coming up.
Yeah, my birthday's coming up. Fun trips. I've got my regular visiting friends in Sweden.
That's fun.
In the summer. I think I'll be coming back to the States briefly to visit my parents when they move.
Your parents are moving?
Yeah, they're moving to North Carolina.
What?
Yeah.
Why am I just finding out now?
Oh, yeah. Oh, didn't realize I never told you. So my parents are retiring this summer, and
good for them.
they're moving, and they've just sold the house. So like, yeah, house is sold, and they're gonna move to North Carolina.
Oh my God, that's huge. That's your childhood home.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I feel okay. I think like for me, like I feel like I've gone through that feeling of like, oh, my childhood home and town. Like I feel like I felt that when like a mix of like when I was like in college and also when I left for Chicago, I kind of felt that more. And then when I first moved to London, I think I felt that. Whereas like now, like when I've gone back, I've been like, yeah, this isn't really like my place. So it's like I feel like I've made peace with that. Yeah, so I feel pretty okay about it, I think. I'm sure I'll feel weird every once in a while. Yeah. But my sister is still living out there too, so that's good.
Yeah.
That makes it better.
Why North Carolina? Do you have family there?
No. Or maybe we do now. I think people have started to move over there that my parents are friends with, or maybe family. So they're out there now. Okay. I don't know. But I think they're wanting to like find a place that's like more affordable to live, like I guess like tax wise, and then they're wanting to like travel more as well.
That's fair.
So yeah.
Wow. Huge changes. Oh my God.
Yeah, big things. I'm moving and they're moving.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna do well if my parents ever saw the house. I came back once and this tree that was in our front yard since before we lived there was gone. And I was devastated. And I was like, why did you tell me? Like, why did you do this? So blah blah. And they're like, it was practical. Also, you don't live here. Like, you don't. It doesn't matter. Like, I was like, this is a betrayal on so many levels. I was so pissed.
I get that. So, yeah.
I feel like that doesn't bode well for me.
Yeah.
God.
Definitely.
Wow. It's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what about your birthday? You're gonna be 29?
29? I'm very excited. I've been like trying for so long to figure out what I wanted to do. I was like, oh, what am I supposed to do? Do I want a big thing or a small thing? I've decided it's gonna be I'm doing a sleepover with my friend the night before. And we're gonna watch a bunch of Gilmore Girls episodes. And then in the morning we're gonna watch more Gilmore Girls episodes. And then at some point when we want to move in the afternoon, we'll go into London it'll be me, her partner. We're going to get food, and then Robin's going to come. They're going to Germany like the day before, so they're going to fly in later. But we're going to, yeah. A lot of trips. And so we're going to go to this like, it's like a theater restaurant that's it's like very simple like pub kind of food, but it's on the river. So we're gonna have food there, and then we're gonna go to a comedy club. It's called Top Secret Comedy, and there's gonna be, I think there's like one act that's booked, and then they have like a secret celebrity comedian that's coming in, and like other acts as well. So that's the plan.
Nice, very cool.
Yeah, I'm very excited. It feels very chill, which feels good.
Hell yeah. It's funny, like, when I think about the 29th birthday, like, I almost feel like, to me, it's a bigger deal than 30, just because it's, like, the last birthday in my 20s. So I'm like...
Yeah. I've also... What's been on my mind recently is, like, how our birthdays are kind of backwards in the sense that, like,
I'm really sorry to do this. So when we've turned, when I turned 29, what it really means is I've already lived 29 years. Like, when you turn 1, it's because you've lived for a year. You're not turning 1 when you're 1. So, like, really, I'm entering my 30th year, technically. Because on my 29th birthday, I'll have lived 29 years. And I'm entering my 30th, basically.
Okay, I think I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, as in you are finishing out your 29th year.
Yeah, when
and
I turned
29 is like more like the end.
Yeah. Kinda. But I don't want to do that because then I feel like I'm skipping a year, you know? But I've had 29 years of thinking this way, so I don't want to change my thought. But I'm like, this is just a thought that I've had now where I'm like, oh, well, technically. I'm like, do I embrace 30 now or do I wait? But is it really 30 or have I already done my 30th year? I don't know.
I hear you. I love you. I refuse to think that way. I'm going to think as in the 29th year ends the day before the 30th birthday. That's how fair. I'm living my life.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh my god. Wild. Yeah, I started thinking about birthdays a lot because the twins are going to be 1 in June. Whole year already.
Yeah. Wild.
It feels short and long. Like, short because, like, they've actually, like, been here with us for a year. So it's like, wow, a year flies. But also it's like, I've known about them since, like, they all started that journey to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I got to see them as little, like, cells.
Yeah.
Like, I've known you so much longer than this year.
Yeah.
God. Those Babbins.
Yeah.
Wild.
Ooh, so cute.
They're so cute. They're so cute. They're like so close to crawling too. My niece like gets up on all fours, but then she's like, "What do I do?" Yeah. And my nephew just rolls. He just rolls around everywhere.
Love that.
Mobile babies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wild. Oh man. What a time.
I
wonder if we should do like a reflection when we turn 29.
Ooh.
I think we did one for the 28th episode because we were 28, but
yeah.
Yeah.
We can do another reflection. We're also coming up on our old podcast. I think we got to 42 episodes. And I think actually I'm gonna do the math. I think this episode is 41. So the next one we record will be 42, which is the exact number of the last episode that we did on the last one, which is crazy.
Whoa, we should do something like special for the 42 then.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's do
it. That's wild. God.
Yeah. And then we're coming up on almost a year of podcasting too.
Look at us go.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a year. It just feels like we've always been doing this.
It does, yeah. In a great way.
Yeah. In a very good way. Wild. All right, well, I feel pretty rambled out.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. I like these. I like that we just kind of go.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to, like, when I have a thought, writing them down as well, so that I remember the things I wanted to bring.
Yeah, not me being like, I'll just remember and tell Sarah when I see her. It's false. I can't do it.
Yeah, I was like, this will stick in my head. Yeah.
Wrong. Hey, where do you think we were?
I feel like we were, like, in the living room, but on the carpet.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling.
I agree.
Hell yes.
Yeah. I like sitting on the floor.
Me too.
It's nice sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a floor person.
I really want to get a kotatsu, like one of those tables that has the built-in like blanket and like heater underneath. Like it's mostly for the winter. But, like you could sit under the blanket and still be at the table because it's part of it.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, I really
I
want
love
one.
that. That's what there's in Robin and I's house. There's like a little electric fireplace, but it's like placed in a way where like putting like a couch there wouldn't make sense, but we want to be able to like be around the fireplace. So I think we're gonna get, I don't know what the name is, but we're gonna get like a table where you sit on the floor. So like we can have like tea there, and like if we want to have like if we have dinner there, we can just sit on the floor and have dinner by the fireplace. Look at the
Yeah.
cat.
This guy, he's a chomp.
Cute.
Just made your debut, man.
Woohoo!
There he goes. My bag is here, so he's like, yes, must sit on.
Oh, cute.
There he goes. Yeah, I want like a low table too. I like it. I'm
Yeah.
used to it now.
Mhm.
Yay.
Okay.
Alright. I think we're done.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Check us out on Patreon, where we're releasing monthly episodes of our book corner, and we're now on ACOMAF.
Yeah, and the next one comes out. It's this Friday, the 7th.
Whoop whoop.
Very exciting. Yeah, I can't wait to be done with ACOMAF so we can start
ACOWAR.
ACOWAR. Weird. ACOWAR.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
And let us know what else you want to see on Patreon. Brewer told me he wants us to do a tier list of Chappell Roan songs. I thought that's diabolical, but also
I love that. Yeah.
I think we could do it.
Tier list would be fun. Whoa.
Sorry. Yeah, I really like doing the Gilmore Girls one. I feel like Chappell would be very hard because we love her so much.
They'd all be S tier. Done.
Well, follow us on Patreon to find out. Yeah, right? That would be a very short episode.
Yeah. Hilarious. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.